Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube segment, I'm going to be talking about about why everything is beautiful. And no, everything is literally not beautiful. I understand that things that are nefarious, corrupt, there's no beauty in things of that nature. However, with people or with the majority of people, almost everybody exudes some kind of beauty. Many people, many men are attracted to women superficially, that have a nice face and a good physique and good body. But we have to remember that beauty goes beyond superficiality, and the inner beauty is really what's paramount. But a lot of us don't really utilize this in their way of thinking. Many of us, I think, know this and are cognizant of it, but we still have that tendency or proclivity to look at things from an outer point of view often. And don't get me wrong, it's important to have the ideal person for somebody to have a significant other would have great inner and outer beauty. It doesn't always work that way, but um, that would be the prototypical person for many people. But what people have to realize is that the inner beauty is what takes precedence over the outer beauty. And when you look at somebody, would you rather have somebody that has a beautiful appearance but a very cold, callous manner and hard-hearted, or would you rather have somebody that might not exude a lot of outer beauty, but a person that would have a very strong inside their character, somebody of integrity, a person that's compassionate and that's loving and that has your best interests at heart? I think we know the answer to that one. But unfortunately, many people can often overlook that, and then they wonder why they got stuck in a relationship or marriage or what have you that was really, it was based on superficiality, it was based on the physical attractiveness, whereas the person didn't have inner attractiveness. Now, don't get me wrong, many people that are beautiful outside have a beautiful inside. Now, it's great to have that combination. You can, obviously, you're not going to, I mean, admittingly, you're not going to beat that combination. And in many relationships, I think relationships are, I mean, you like to have somebody that you have a physical attraction to, and that it is very important. But it is the inner beauty that one must look at. Many of you may remember, some of you younger people don't know about this when this came out, but Ray Stevens, fairly a renowned singer, had a song, Everything is Beautiful. I think it came out around 1970, and then they did like a 3.5 minute commercial or something near that time in the mid 1990s, and they put it on TV, and they had a whole chorus of people, different backgrounds, ethnicities, ages that were singing along with Ray Stevens when they did, I guess you could say, like a remake of that song. And that kind of inspired me to do this video, you can say. And what's really important is when you evaluate a person, a human being, whether it's man or woman, you look at all the proponents of the person. You don't just look at the outer and say, well, okay, this person's hot, I'm going to choose this person as somebody that could be a prospective or potential, a significant other or what have you. And really what's sad is that many people that may not have the most attractive outside are often slighted for this reason. I don't consider myself any epitome of any beauty as far as my outer appearance goes. My own critique and my own fair objective assessment of myself, I think I'm about average, and I do believe that strongly, wholeheartedly. And maybe I've been slighted from some women because of this. Many of you may know from some previous other videos, I did some online dating, or tried to. I went on to friendfinder.com. I actually only met one person physically, and this was many years ago when I signed on. It was like 2003 or something when I joined it. I went on to match.com, been a member for 10 years, and not 10 years, 5 years. It was 2010 when I signed up, I believe. And they give you that, that 6 month guarantee. If you don't find anybody in 6 months, then you'll get 6 months free. At least they had that offer at the time. But unfortunately, that doesn't give a guarantee or assurance that you're going to find that elusive love. So that's something to consider. And really, and it's not just about the superficial appearance that which many people are thrown off by at times. Sometimes it's about that money in the wallet, and those are still superficial things, I think, at times. Don't get me wrong, people. The way the economy is now, it's important to have a lot of times a partner that is generating some kind of income so you can pay half the bills, or so he or she could pay half the bills, I should say. But there's people that are attracted to others that have a prodigious income, and they don't look at the great, the mammoth heart that the person may possess. And that's another thing where people need to get over, I think, because somebody that has a lot of money doesn't always have the best heart. And a lot of people can have all the right elements. Don't get me wrong. Someone could have a great appearance. They could have a great personality. Maybe they're affluent and have money, but the money is not going to buy you happiness in a relationship. Being affluent helps a person get through things, and certain things in life. They can have virtually anything they want if you have a lot of money. But a lot of money, a lot of times too, you have to remember, let's say you're a person that's affluent in terms of your value, your monetary worth, and the money that you generate. You might wind up attracting the wrong person. So it's really to be careful that you're not attracting somebody that is greedy or avaricious, or somebody that just has superficial interests at heart. And I think it's just important to remember, people, that that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and it's so much more than just physical. And it's something that a lot of us know, but we don't often really utilize it in our selection process when we go looking for that significant other. People that are currently unattached is what I'm talking about. And it could also pertain to people that have already selected somebody. I'm sure there's a number of people out there that are looking, and they got who they wanted in terms of their appearance, and the relationship became protracted and sustained. And they may have a kid or two or more with this person, and they might be thinking inwardly, even if they're not saying it aloud, well, why the heck did I ever marry this person? And they might be really very incompatible as far as a personality standpoint. So it's important. I'm not saying don't look for somebody that has a physical beauty. It's a lot of times people they want to have somebody that has a physical attractiveness to them, but make sure at the same time that the inner beauty at least matches it, if not supersedes it. And I think that's really very, very significant when looking for a significant other. And the reality is, you would rather maybe have somebody, I would think, with a mediocre appearance and a great heart than somebody that's like the epitome of beauty on the outside, but is virtually or essentially heartless inside and has a mean spirit. And I think that's very, very important to remember. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube segment for Everything is Beautiful. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.